Noah hits them both. Here's Teague. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
And that one's good. Millsap.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
To the inside, deflects the pass, and finished off by Noah.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Hamilton the pass to Noah. From outside the arc, and it's Hamilton that time on the assist by Noah. Hamilton's got 5 now.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
Now here's Teague. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, G, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Korver kicks to Aminu. And at last, they get one to fall.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
In the corner, it's Hamilton. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 7 points for Freak.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Here's Muscala. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Nice shot by Hamilton.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Teague dishes to Muscala. Korver kicks to Millsap. The jump hook off the left rim and out. The Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And a wide open look for Freak. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
And that's right, Clark. 6 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Millsap kicks to Aminu. Hawks passing it around. Feeds it to Teague. The second chance effort.
Stay down. Stay down.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Jeff Teague.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Hamilton. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 14 points for Freak.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Outside Teague. To the paint. Here's Korver. And Gasol sends it back. Teague against Rose. He tries for 3. No good from Hamilton. The Hawks trail by 3. Korver passes to Teague. Takes the 13-footer. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3 ball. Rose has got his first 3 points of the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Millsap has the open look. Off target from 3-point range.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Now Aminu, following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Here's Teague. Kicks to Millsap. Hits the jump hook. Millsap's got 5.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rose against Teague. Can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
So it's Atlanta now. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Shot clock at 5. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shoots. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
That's good. Rose has got 5.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now, here's Aminu. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Rose against Teague. Stolen by Rose. Goes up.
Oh!
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Atlanta. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Tony Snell. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Here's Aminu, following the basket by Freak. Millsap kicks to Aminu. Will it go? So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Atlanta making some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Mike Muscala. Cephalosha comes in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And the Bulls making a change also. Watson's checked in. Now here is Hamilton. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Mirotic's shot is off.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
They set the pick. Schroeder kicks to Cephalosha. Drills it from outside. Cephalosha's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Hamilton dishes to Jang. Mirotic has a wide open look. Another 3 for Chicago.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Scott, good.
4-2.
The Bulls leading by 8. Hamilton kicks to Jang, and he jams it with authority.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
So it's Atlanta now after the Bulls pick up 2. Cephalosha passes to Scott. He dishes it to Cephalosha. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The feed to Schroeder. From 17 feet out, and the jumper is good. Schroeder's got his first basket.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Hamilton kicks to Zhang, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And for the Hawks, they're shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Here's Sefolosha. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Sefolosha's got 5.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA.
Shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. 6-point game. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
Scott can't get it to go.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's Scott after the Bulls pick up 2. The Hawks working the ball around. Schroeder passes to Aminu. Sefolosha dishes to Mayo. 4 on the shot clock. Schroeder. Rebound by the Bulls.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Freak. Scott can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Now here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Scott kicks to Sefolosha. Outside, Scott. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. The 3 from Sefolosha. And good on the basket. Book it. Sefolosha's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. Chicago with the ball. Hamilton kicks to Zhang. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Zhang's got 12 in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
The Bulls leading by 11. Knocked away. Here's Hamilton. Misses the chippy right there. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Schroeder kicks to Mayo. There's the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 11. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them